What would you do if a simple overnight stay turned into the most emotionally charged conversation of your life? When my teenage grandson missed his bus, I thought we'd just share tea and old memories. Instead, he opened his heart, and what he confessed forever changed how I saw him and myself. Hi everyone, I'm Jessica, the storyteller on the Adult Women's Tales channel. Here, I'll share stories about love, conflicts, betrayal, and infidelity within American families. These stories offer a deep look into relationships and the challenges families face. Stay tuned and explore with me. If you love emotional stories and want to uncover the hidden secrets in families, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our videos. One tranquil evening transformed my entire perspective in ways I never anticipated. My teenage grandson Ronald requested to spend the night after he missed the last bus home, a perfectly normal situation. As the night deepened and the house fell into a hush, he revealed something to me that took me completely by surprise. His confession not only caught me off guard, but it also stirred something profound within me that had remained dormant for years. Before diving into the complete narrative, I'd love to know, what city are you tuning in from right now? Share your thoughts in the comments below. It's always fascinating to witness the journey these stories take. Allow me to transport you to that unforgettable night. The evening air grew lively as the wind swept through, sending leaves dancing across the porch like nature's own broom, while the rain tapped softly in rhythmic pulses against the kitchen window. As I wrapped up the dishes following a late dinner, the phone rang. It was Ronald. "Grandma," he said, his voice slightly breathless over the phone. "The bus has just departed. May I spend the night with you?" "Absolutely," I agreed without hesitation. At 17, he's grown taller than me, his thoughtful brown eyes mirroring his mother's. Throughout the years, his kindness and respectfulness have always shone through. I acted without hesitation. Though it wasn't his first time staying over, there was an unmistakable sense that this night held a unique significance. When he finally got there, the rain was pouring down consistently. As he stood there, his hoodie drenched, I quickly offered him a towel even before he could step off the doormat. "Thanks," he said, offering that charming half-smile of his. "I apologize for reaching out at this hour." "You're never a bother," I said, gently pushing a damp strand of hair off his forehead, just like I did when he was small. "Find something dry to slip into. Let me brew us a delightful cup of tea." He slipped away into the guest room, once my son's bedroom during his childhood, while I busied myself in the kitchen. I held on to his favorite herbal blend in the cupboard, a comforting mix infused with cinnamon and warmth. Just 10 minutes later, he re-entered the living room, clad in comfortable sweatpants and a fresh t-shirt. His dark hair, though towel-dried, retained a charmingly tousled look. He appeared at ease yet preoccupied, as if his thoughts were gnawing on an unresolved issue. We nestled on the couch, side by side, tea in hand, as the lamp's gentle glow bathed the room in a soft, cool light. The television flickered to life, showcasing an old rerun that neither of us truly paid attention to. For a moment, we simply enjoyed our drinks in a comfortable silence, the kind that flows effortlessly when there's trust between us. Suddenly, Ronald exhaled deeply, as if he had been holding his breath for far too long. "Grandma," he said, his gaze glued to the screen, "can I ask you something a bit personal?" With a look of surprise, I turned to him and nodded in agreement. "Absolutely." He paused, uncertainty flickering in his eyes. He didn't meet my gaze immediately. He wrapped his fingers around the warm mug, savoring its comforting heat. "Did you have a close relationship with Grandpa? I mean, truly close." I was taken by surprise by the question. Nearly 8 years have gone by since my late husband passed away, and Ronald was just a child at that time. Indeed, I mentioned it with caution. We certainly were. Though the journey had its challenges, our connection ran deep. "What prompts your inquiry?" He remained silent for an extended pause. He tilted his head just enough to catch my gaze, his eyes shimmering with an unreadable emotion. I've been reflecting deeply on the essence of feeling connected to another person, truly intertwined. How can you tell when it's acceptable to feel that way, accompanied by another? His words carried a significant weight, reflecting not merely the turmoil of adolescence, but a deeper, more intimate truth. I set my tea aside and turned to face him completely. "Are you referring to a specific individual?" I inquired softly. He gave a slow nod. "Somewhat. It's not someone from school. It's not a girl or anything like that." At that moment, I sensed my breath hitch slightly, not with fear, but with eager anticipation. My heart started to race. "I believe I've been experiencing something," he murmured gently. "I find myself questioning whether it's wrong or if I'm simply losing my mind. I just had to share it with someone, a person who remains calm under pressure. I hoped you might see where I'm coming from." The atmosphere in the room was utterly serene. It felt as if the rain had taken a moment to hold its breath. I extended my hand and grasped his firmly. "I'm all ears," I said to him. "Feel free to express whatever is on your mind." His gaze sought mine, ultimately locking onto them with unwavering intensity. I could sense the turmoil within them, not the external kind, but the internal tempest that arises when someone fears their own emotions. He took a deep breath. "With you, I feel a sense of safety that I don't find with anyone else. I can share things with you that I can't share with anyone else. When I'm with you, I'm at a loss. It stands apart. You are so much more than just my grandmother. It feels as though you truly understand me, not merely as a child, but as who I am." In that moment, I sensed a shift within me, a blend of warmth, confusion, sadness, and tenderness intertwined seamlessly. In that brief pause, silence enveloped the space. I was unsure of how to proceed. I never anticipated experiencing this sensation, neither from him nor from me. "You're not losing your mind," I finally admitted, my voice barely rising above a whisper. "It's perfectly valid to feel that connection. It's truly one of the most relatable aspects of being human." In that moment, his eyes filled with tears, and soon enough, mine followed suit. He leaned in closer, just slightly, embodying the essence of a boy seeking solace, yet also reflecting the curiosity of a young man in pursuit of something deeper: comprehension, embrace, reality. I wrapped my arm around his shoulders, allowing him to rest his head against me. The comforting presence of his body next to mine, the gentle cadence of his breath, awakened memories and feelings I hadn't explored in ages. "I'm at a loss with these feelings," he whispered. "We can just relax tonight," I said, softly tucking his hair behind his ear. "How about we take a moment to relax right here? Let's embrace our emotions fully. That will do." The night unfolded in quietude, the rain cleansing the windows, and within that tranquility, a connection blossomed between us. A bond that was neither shameful nor fearful, but rather a quiet and intricate connection that eluded our full comprehension. That night, sleep eluded me. I doubt he did as well. Yet, as morning broke, the sun filtered through the blinds, casting a gentle warmth that felt refreshingly rare. In that moment, I realized that everything was different now. The following morning, I glided silently through the kitchen, just as I always do when my mind is burdened with weighty thoughts. I decided to let Ronald sleep a little longer. He had been up late, and I thought he deserved the extra rest. In reality, what I truly required was the quiet to gather my thoughts. I had hardly caught any sleep. My body lay motionless, yet my mind remained restless. His words echoed in my mind, playing on repeat. "I'm uncertain about how to handle these emotions." His gaze was different, not the innocent look of a child seeking solace, but rather the intense stare of someone on a quest for something profound, something authentic, something I questioned whether I was ready to embrace for him. The kettle let out a sharp hiss, jolting me from my reverie. As I poured the water over the tea leaves, a gentle steam enveloped my face, creating an inviting atmosphere. Today, that familiar scent failed to anchor me. Today, it served as a poignant reminder that something fragile had been awakened and there was no turning back. Sandra. His voice came through, groggy and soft, lingering just behind me. I glanced over to find him in the hallway, hair tousled, clad in that familiar t-shirt and sweatpants. He appeared youthful, yet carried an air of maturity that set him apart from childhood. The stark contrast stirred a flutter in my chest. "I never intended to sleep in so late," he remarked. "You wanted it, and I delivered," offering a subtle smile. "Take a seat." I brewed a delightful cup of tea. He took a seat at the kitchen table, directly facing me. A peculiar tranquility enveloped us, as if we were both engaged in a silent charade, pretending that the events of the previous night had not transpired, even though deep down we were acutely aware of the reality. The silence lingered. At last, he declared, "I truly meant every word I spoke last night." I gazed into his eyes. He had shed his nerves. He appeared composed, as if he had also spent the night in contemplation. "I trust you," I replied. He nodded thoughtfully, cradling the warm mug in his hands. I never intended to create any awkwardness. I simply had to let it out. I assured him that he hadn't made things awkward, then took a moment to gather my thoughts. However, there was indeed a change made. His gaze met mine once more, not seeking permission, but rather the essence of truth. "Do you wish I had kept quiet?" he inquired. I released my breath gradually. I firmly declined. "I believe it's a good thing you did." It was the first moment since my husband's passing that I allowed myself to acknowledge how much I longed to be truly seen. Not merely as a mother, grandmother, neighbor, or the friendly old woman at the grocery store, but as a complete individual. A woman filled with thoughts and feelings, desires and longings that I had long concealed beneath the cadence of tranquil days and familiar routines. I gazed at Ronald. He was young, undeniably, yet there was a profound depth within him. He had always displayed a level of emotional openness that surpassed that of most boys his age. Delicate, considerate, and nurturing in a manner that was both unique and exquisite. I had always held a deep admiration for that quality in him. Yet in this moment, I realized how that sensitivity had influenced his perception of me. He started last night, his hesitation evident once more. Being beside you created a unique sensation. I felt a sense of belonging in that moment. His words struck a chord deep within me. I was at a loss for words. Is it wrong to find solace in his presence? Is it inappropriate to see beauty in his honesty? After a moment, I leaned in and placed my hand over his, saying, "You're a good young man. Your feelings are valid, though they certainly come with their complexities." He whispered, "I know. We originate from two distinct realms," I remarked softly. "I am your grandmother. I need to consider various aspects, including how the world perceives us, what is just and what is fair to you, especially as you navigate your journey of self-discovery. I don't want to be the source of your confusion." "I'm not confused," he asserted, a newfound certainty in his voice. "I've never been more confident in my feelings." I took a moment, allowing that to settle between us. His voice carried a raw sincerity that was impossible to ignore. "At 17, Ronald, I'm aware of my age," he said softly. "I understand how this appears. This goes beyond age for me. Being with you brings out a whirlwind of emotions in me. I feel complete. I feel acknowledged. I believe I have significance." His voice faltered on the final word, and I caught a glimpse of the boy within him once more, the individual who has always yearned to make a difference, to experience unconditional love. At that moment, a crucial insight struck me. This wasn't truly about attraction. This was all about forging connections. Two souls, each navigating their own loneliness, discovered solace in one another. "I've missed that feeling as well," I murmured, almost to myself. He grasped my hand once more, his grip firm and unwavering. "I simply desire to be close to you. That's everything. Is it possible for me to extend my stay by another night?" The question hung in the atmosphere. It may not have been inappropriate, but it certainly held significance. It was more than simply missing a bus. It was about pursuing an unspoken journey, one that remained uncharted. I had the option to decline. I likely ought to have. Instead, I simply nodded, understood. "We prefer to take our time. Our conversation continues. We maintain transparency." A smile danced on his lips, not victorious, but thankful. "Agreed." That evening, we prepared dinner side by side. As he chopped the vegetables, I stirred the soup, and we flowed around each other in a harmonious rhythm. Soft smiles flickered and fleeting glances exchanged, yet the events of the previous night remained unspoken. We simply existed together, comfortably sharing the moment and each other's presence. Once more, we found ourselves in the living room. The television softly droned on, its words fading into the background noise. He positioned himself a bit nearer than he had earlier, his leg occasionally grazing against mine. I chose to stay put. As the night grew darker, he extended his hand, gently resting it atop mine once more. This time, I didn't feign surprise. "Have you ever experienced loneliness?" he inquired. I responded instantly, without a second thought. "I want to help you move past those feelings." My throat constricted. I was at a loss for words. I found myself questioning whether I should respond at all. I gently rested my head on his shoulder, if only for a fleeting moment. It was fleeting, gentle, yet authentic. He remained still. He remained silent. In that instant, it seemed as though the world paused, suspended in anticipation. The space, the atmosphere, and the silhouettes. I shut my eyes and softly murmured, "Let's simply exist in this moment, right now." He nodded, leaning his head softly against mine. Thus the second night unfolded. In the serene embrace of silence, two souls exist, gently urging the world to hold its judgment on the precious moment they share. The following morning dawned with a stillness that contrasted sharply with the previous day, as if the very walls of the house sensed a change in the air. The light filtering through the kitchen window felt unexpectedly warm, despite the grayness of the sky outside. I was already up, tidying the laundry and keeping myself occupied. The reality was, my heart had never found peace. Ronald remained in a deep slumber, or, at the very least, tucked away in his room. I couldn't tell when he had fallen asleep, or if he even had. Following our serene moment on the couch, he slipped away to bed without uttering another word. The way he had gazed at me before rising, gentle, serene, and nearly appreciative, lingered in my mind. With a swift motion, I folded another towel and placed it neatly on the growing pile. My hands acted independently while my thoughts drifted elsewhere. His voice lingered in my mind from the night before, resonating with an undeniable intensity. "I want to help you move past those feelings." I was unsure how to express that I had given up on the hope of anyone saying that to me. Not after countless years of courteous greetings, superficial care, and the gradual descent into obscurity that comes with aging. As I reached for another sheet, the floor in the hallway let out a telling creak. I hesitated to turn right away. Then his voice, gentle and full of morning light, chimed in. "Good morning, Grandma." I glanced back over my shoulder. He lingered in the doorway, barefoot, with tousled hair and sleepy eyes. Yet he smiled, and a warmth stirred within me once more. "Good morning, my dear," I said. He moved closer and enveloped me in his embrace from behind. It was soft, delightful and reminiscent, yet it hung in the air just a moment longer than expected. I remained still. I allowed it to unfold. His chest radiated warmth against my back, and I sensed his breath on my neck, steady and soothing. "Thank you," he said, his arms still wrapped around me. "What's the purpose?" I inquired, my voice barely above a whisper. "For keeping me close." I pivoted in his embrace to meet his gaze, my hands gently placed on his shoulders. "Your courage to express your true feelings was commendable," I remarked. "Not everyone your age can achieve that." He reclined a bit, gazing into my eyes, probing once more. It was more than mere courage. I had to take this step. It was impossible for me to continue pretending that I wasn't feeling it. "Ronald," I began, my voice wavering with a blend of warmth and uncertainty. "You possess youth. The intensity of these feelings is undeniable right now." "Excuse me?" He softly shook his head. "Kindly refrain from dismissing them. I'm certain of their existence." His words carried no defensiveness. They had no doubt, transparent. It was clear he had given it considerable thought, far beyond what I had understood. "I never anticipated experiencing such a deep connection with someone again," I confessed, mostly to myself rather than to him. "Certainly not in this manner." He locked eyes with me. Perhaps that's the aspect that holds the greatest significance. We lingered in the kitchen, time stretching out around us, neither frozen nor nervous, simply at rest, engaged. With a soft sigh, I eased away and redirected my focus to the laundry. "How about breakfast?" He flashed a smile. "I'll take care of the eggs." I allowed him to proceed. He glided through the kitchen effortlessly, and we prepared our meal side by side. As he playfully nudged his hip against mine while reaching for a bowl, a genuine laugh escaped me, the first in months. That afternoon, we took a leisurely stroll. The rain had ceased, leaving the ground still moist, while the leaves displayed a rich, earthy hue that follows a storm. The streets lay in serene silence, our footsteps the sole echo amidst the whispering wind. As we strolled by the quaint park just down the street, Ronald eased his pace. "This place holds cherished memories from my childhood, as I would visit here with my mom." With a smile, I recalled, "You were determined to push the swings on your own, despite your legs hardly grazing the ground." He let out a soft chuckle. "I have always yearned for that sense of maturity. You were constantly rushing to grow up." He cast a glance in my direction. Perhaps it stems from a desire to be noticed, truly observed. There it is, once more, noted. He stopped next to a bench nestled beneath the sprawling branches of an ancient oak tree. "Shall we take a seat?" We did, and he positioned himself uncomfortably close. I stayed right where I am. "Have you ever found yourself longing for a different path in life?" he inquired. I gave it some thought. Occasionally. However, had that been the case, I could have overlooked opportunities I wasn't even aware I desired. Enjoy the serenity of tranquil mornings, or someone recalling my preferred way to enjoy tea. He flashed a smile. "It stays with me." He extended his hand and grasped mine, this moment illuminated by the bright light of day. I surveyed my surroundings. There's not a soul in sight. We are completely alone, yet my heart raced. "I want this to be a memory that stays with us," he expressed. "I desire it to hold significance." Unexpectedly, my eyes filled with tears. "It certainly does." He inched a little closer. "Allow me to look after you. Not in the way a child looks after an elderly woman. I'm talking about truly prioritizing your well-being with deep feeling. Become a pillar of support for others." I released my breath gradually. "You shouldn't have to take that on yourself." "I desire to." I shifted my gaze to him completely, my hand remaining in his grasp. "Then make me a promise. Everything. You promised me we would focus on the truth." Focusing on authenticity over convenience. We won't rely on one another to occupy voids. Instead, we'll navigate those spaces side by side." His voice floated like a gentle whisper. "I assure you, we lingered on that bench for what seemed like hours, our fingers intertwined, enveloped in a serene silence that required no explanation. As the evening unfolded, I found myself back at the house, once more diving into the art of dinner preparation. He extended his hand, and we navigated together in a seamless dance of familiarity. As he extended his hand for a plate, I instinctively did the same. Our hands made contact, our eyes met, drawing us closer together. He remained silent. There was no obligation for him to do so. He leaned in gradually, allowing me ample time to pull back. I did not. His lips grazed my cheek, tender and laden with uncertainty. "Not required, not a guess. I have a quick question." I responded by gently closing my eyes and leaning my forehead against his. We lingered in that moment for what felt like an eternity. Take your time. Silence prevails. Embrace courage. Two individuals on a journey to discover the essence of love as it arrives in the most surprising ways. That night, I lingered in bed longer than usual, gazing at the gentle glow of the ceiling as the shadows swayed with the breeze from the window. The house fell into a serene silence, the type of stillness that amplifies the sound of your heartbeat, your breath, and your thoughts all merging into one. Ronald stood just across the hall. His presence seemed to seep through the walls, creating a connection that transcended the ordinary confines of our surroundings. Fear had faded away. Neither his feelings nor mine were considered. Yet, I remained cautious, for what we had entered was both fragile and authentic. The soft glow from the hallway slipped away beneath my door, a silent signal that he was there, even though I hadn't heard his footsteps. A soft tap. "Grandma," he murmured softly. My chest constricted, yet I maintained a calm tone. "Step inside." He eased the door open, lingering in the threshold, uncertainty washing over him. He donned a simple t-shirt and sleep pants, his hair tousled from resting, and there was an openness in his expression. Freedom reigns, unencumbered by barriers or facades. The boy I once knew, and the man he was gradually evolving into. He mentioned that he couldn't sleep. I couldn't either, I responded. He entered the room and shut the door firmly behind him. The ensuing silence was profound, neither awkward nor tense, simply rich and complete. I propped myself up, wrapping the blanket snugly around my legs. "Are you interested in having a conversation?" He approached the edge of the bed and settled down gently, as though stepping into a hallowed realm. Silence spoke volumes as I nodded in agreement. We lingered in the quiet, side by side, for what felt like an eternity. The glow from the street lamp outside bathed a portion of the room in a silvery hue. He rested his head softly on my shoulder, and I stayed right there. I was unable to. "I'm scared," he whispered gently. "What are you referring to? It seems like you're allowing this to unfold simply out of pity for me, or isolated." His words hit me hard. I shifted just enough to catch a glimpse of his face. I firmly stated, "No. You don't need to demonstrate anything to me, and I don't act out of sympathy. You hold a special place in my heart, Ronald. This bond is significant. It may seem odd, but it holds substance. Far from a subtle act of compassion, it's genuine, and I sense it as well." He gazed at me, his eyes glistening with emotion. "So, is it possible for me to stay? Only tonight? Simply stay nearby?" His request carried a poignant sincerity that tugged at the heartstrings. Not a request for closeness, but a desire for security, for comfort, for a love that goes beyond words. I nodded in agreement, taking my time to absorb the moment. "Absolutely. We approach it with a soft touch. We remain in this space, free from any expectations. "I simply long to be close to you," he murmured. "That's everything." He eased himself under the blanket next to me, maintaining a cautious space between us. His body exuded a comforting warmth. He breathed steadily. I placed my hand softly atop his. He grasped it firmly. We lingered in that moment, our fingers barely brushing, words unspoken, only the soft silence enveloping us. A sense of tranquility enveloped me, a feeling I hadn't experienced in years, a feeling of connection, even in the quiet moments. In the quiet hours between midnight and dawn, he inched closer, allowing his head to settle gently beside mine on the pillow. I blinked awake and focused my gaze on him. "How are you doing?" I inquired. "Indeed," he affirmed, "it's all about your presence." I smiled softly, allowing my fingers to gently graze his cheek, a tender expression of warmth and respect. I whispered, "Ronald, you have a beautiful heart. Always hold on to it tightly." He gently shut his eyes and embraced a moment of serene stillness. The night unfolded quietly, with nothing spoken or done that required justification. Two souls intertwine, radiating warmth in a world that frequently overlooks our deep yearning for connection and understanding. The following morning, as we stirred awake, we chose not to discuss the events of the previous night, yet we also refrained from sidestepping the topic. We savored breakfast at a leisurely pace, and when the moment came for him to leave, we lingered by the front door just a bit longer than we typically would. He promised to drop by again soon. "I'll be right here," I responded. He embraced me, a lasting grip, brimming with unexpressed emotions. As he stepped outside and strolled down the path, he paused briefly to glance back at me. I gave a friendly wave. In that instant, I realized that a transformation had taken place within both of us. A unique connection blossomed between us, one that required no labels or explanations. It was a moment of stillness, rich in meaning and profoundly relatable. I shut the door softly and leaned back against it, my heart brimming with emotion. At times, love comes to us in unexpected forms. It often emerges subtly, nestled in the gaps between sorrow and desire, in the bravery of a young voice daring to share their truth, and in the compassionate heart of an elder willing to hear it. This tale transcended the boundaries of right and wrong. It was a narrative centered around perception and recognition. That's it for today's story. If you found it moving, don't forget to share the video with your friends and family. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so leave a comment below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another story. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.